Hey crafters, welcome to Creative Moments by G. I'm G, and guess what time it is? It's paper pumpkin time. This is the July painted petal, and oh my goodness, it is a fantastic paper pumpkin. So let's not waste any time. Let's get right to it. I want to show you all these beautiful materials that you get with this kit. Now, you get 9 cards. Oh, they are just gorgeous. Look at these cards. Okay, you're going to get 9 of these. You get 9 envelopes that have that beautiful flower on the front, and there's 3 different flowers. Look at those flowers. Look at the different flowers. You get these beautiful punch outs. Now look at how beautiful those flowers are. You get stamps. Look at all the stamps that you get. You get a bunch of sentiments that are just gorgeous. Now, if you bought the add-on, you actually have a die that cuts this out, and it is beautiful. So I'm going to make 2 cards with you today, and I have, I don't know, 10 or 11 cards to show you that we know you're going to love. But we have so many materials left over. You could create, easily 10 more cards. But you have to stop sometime, right? So the card that I'm going to make will use this beautiful punch out. Look at that. Look at how pretty that is. This is a fun card to make. So let's just put that right to the side. And I want to bring in a 4 1/4 by 11 card. Now I went ahead and I scored it at 5 1/2, and we are just going to give it a good crease, just like this. Now we're going to create a floating card that uses this beautiful punch out. So the first thing you need to do is go ahead and on this first flap, we're going to make a few cuts. So bring in your trimmer. We are going to cut it at 2 because we're cutting our bottom piece. So we're just going to cut 2. We will use this on the bottom of the front flap. And then we're going to bring it back in and we're going to cut at 1 1/2. Put this score line at 1 1/2, and we're just going to cut it. Now this piece we will just keep over to the side. So now you have this card with just a little flap, and it has this bottom piece right here. Well, I went ahead and I cut our piece of acetate because it's a floating card. So we're going to take this acetate and we are just going to put it right here on the inside of our card, and we're going to put glue right here. Now you can use wet glue or you can use a tape runner, and I'm just going to use a tape runner. Make sure it's lined up, and we're just going to fold that over. Now you really can't see the glue too much right here, but I'm going to show you a tip in case that bothers you. Now the next thing we want to do is take that piece that we initially cut off right at 2 inches from the bottom, and we're just going to put that right down here. This is a quick and easy card, but oh my goodness, creates a beautiful card, particularly when you have punch outs like this. So let's just go ahead and line this up right at the bottom of our card. Push it down. And look at that. Now we have our acetate right on the front flap. And the next thing that we need to do, we need to add some mats right here. Well, I went ahead and I cut some mats, and all we need to do is run them through an embossing folder. So let me show you that. This is a new embossing folder that we have, Changing Leaves, but you can use any embossing folder that you have. Now, let's just take this out. And I want to show you how beautifully this embossed that cardstock. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? And I used Calypso Coral because it picks up this color right here, right in the center. So let's go ahead and just lay this down. Now, once again, you can use glue or you can use a tape runner. I'm going to go ahead and use my glue only because it allows me to wiggle it just in case I need to move it around just a little bit. And of course, this is my favorite glue, Kalel. Love this glue. I'm just going to put this right here. I'm going to lay the bottom piece down. Now, make sure that you stay with us because you want to make sure and see all the beautiful alternatives that we made. Okay, so there we go. Look at that. Look at how beautiful the embossed area is on that cardstock. Oh my goodness. And now all we need to do is add our white paper right on the inside. Let's do that. Of course, you could add some flowers if you wanted to, but I just wanted to show you how easy this card would be to make. Now, we are going to take this and I'm just going to put my tape runner on the back, but we don't really need to put any glue right here on this. I'm just going to put it right on this bottom and top part. So be very careful because this is very delicate. Just going to center it. And I have already taken one of the sentiments that they gave us. Look how pretty that is. And they actually cut out the label for us already. So we're just going to put this down right there. Now, look at how pretty that looks. Look at that. Love that. Now, you can take and put a little stamp here. And because this says, I'm so lucky to have you in my life, let's just grab You're Simply the Best right here. So let's grab our Night of Navy. Tap, tap, tap. I'm just going to put it right in the corner. And look at our first card. Very easy to create. Wow, don't you love this card? Now, if you open this up and you said, well, I mean, it's really hard to see, but you saw some tape or you decided to use the wet glue, not to worry. Go ahead and just take another piece of cardstock and put it right over that. Now, this isn't the right color, but this could go just right over that if it bothered you and you used wet glue, because you can see wet glue better than you can see the tape runner. So here is our first card. Now I want to show you this card in another color. Look at this one. Matches my blouse, right? So here are just two versions of the same card, the floating card. And which card do you like best? Do you like these daisies or this beautiful flower? Let us know which one that you like. Okay, so there we have our two cards. Now let me show you a few more cards. Look at this beautiful one. Now this is the one I was telling you about, that we have this stamp. It's right here. And then we have the die because we bought the add-on, and all you have to do is color it. Look at that. We used another stamp that we have to give it that beautiful background. And this is just like a Z fold. Look at that. So easy to create, but wow. Such a pretty card. Now, look at this card. Look at this. It opens up. It's an interlocking card. We will have a video in the description to show you how to make this. But look at how pretty that is. Oh my goodness, these colors are just gorgeous. Now, we set this up on some dimensionals just to give it some added height. Open it up. We had our stamp. We double matted it just to give it some more stability. And this is just a gatefold, an interlocking gatefold. Now, we made two cuts, and we made 2 cards with just one background. This is the side of the card that we cut in half. We cut it diagonally, added some beautiful berry burst. We added it on the top and on the bottom. We embossed them. Look at that. Look at how cute that is. We just stamped happy birthday, and we cut our flowers out and laid them opposite. So here we picked them up on the top, and look at that beautiful glitter paper we used. Oh my goodness, so pretty. And then on this one, we put our flowers, we just ran them sideways along the bottom. Cut them apart, added some beautiful flowers right there. And then look at that. We stamped our flower, stamped our message, and there we have it. So this is group 1. Take a moment and let us know which is your favorite. We love reading your comments. So I'm going to set the stage. We are now going to make our second card together. And this is an easy, quick card as well. Stampin' Up! Outdid themselves on this kit. It is so beautiful. Now, at the end, I want to show you a tip on how to store these. Because if you store them in the boxes, it can get pretty bulky pretty quick. And by the way, is that not a beautiful box? Absolutely gorgeous, right? The next card that we are going to make is a twist card. And it is so pretty. So we have simply cut our paper at 4 1/4 by 11, and we are going to cut this envelope. So what we do is we put it right here on the bottom edge, and we try to cut off as little as possible. Just a sliver, just enough to get the envelope to open up, right? Now we're going to put this right at the bottom, cut off just a tiny bit. Open our envelope. Look at this. We're going to cut this bottom piece off. And we're going to cut this top piece off right here. Now, for this particular card, we need to cut a 4-inch square. So we're going to put this at 4 inches right here. Just going to cut it. Now we're going to cut our top part off right here. So let's put that at 4. And it's just a small amount that we cut off. Now for this particular card, we're going to take this and we are going to cut from the left corner to the right corner. So just put your points in the canal. And because this is very thin paper, start cutting right in the center. That's a great tip. Otherwise, you're going to crimp your corners. And now you have a really nice, crisp cut. So let's just put that right here. Now, we have also cut a strip, and this strip is 1 1/8 by 4 1/8, and we embossed it. Look at that. Look at how pretty that looks. So pretty. We also cut a white piece for the inside of our card. That's just a first mat, which is 4 by 5 1/4. And then we have our long piece of berry burst, and we are simply going to turn this into a top fold. So we have 4 1/4 by 11. We're going to score at 5 1/2. This is so easy to create. You're going to love it. Fold it over, bring in that bone folder, and give it a good crease. Now, the next thing that you're going to do is take this corner and just turn it down to the bottom like this. Now, you may want to move your card to where you can really get that good crease, because you want that point to really be nice. Okay, so there we have it. Just bring in your bone folder. Give it a good crease. And this is our twist card. Look at that. Look at how pretty that is. Now, the next thing you want to do is go ahead and let's just lay down our mat on the inside. So easy. We would love to know in the comments when you make these two cards, because they're so easy to recreate. Okay, so we have this. Now, the fun part of decorating. We are going to lay this right here, and it's already smaller, so it creates a little border. You see that little border all the way around? We're just going to get our glue, and I'm using glue because I do want it to wiggle, just in case I need to move it around a little bit. And I do. And then we're going to put this piece right here. Add a little glue. Just put it right there. Now, remember I said we have this little strip? This strip just goes right here, just to give it some added interest. So let's lay that down. Now we need to stamp our message right there. And let's stamp the biggest one that they have that fit. And I think we'll do this one that says, "I'm so lucky to have you in my life," right here. So let's bring in our Night of Navy. Tap, tap, tap. Now, do you think this needs a little bit of bling right there? I do. So I think we're going to bring in these gems. And you know what? We have so many gems that have been retired. You can't even buy anymore. We just have our notebook full of them. So we use whatever we want in terms of gems. So just grab you the gems that you love. And look at this one. Look how easy it is to add that. If you wanted to, you could add another white piece right here so that you have a place to write some additional sentiments. But let me show you two cards of the same, just using different flowers. Now, which one do you like? The daisies or this beautiful berry burst? I just think they're both so cheerful and bright. They are the same one. This one had a little more flower up here. This one didn't, but still such a cute design. Now, let me show you some additional alternatives that we made. Now, look at this one. This is an accordion card. Look at that. This is the pop out that comes with the kit. This is a diagonal cut. You expand it, and then you have a note card right here. Oh my goodness. We will have a link in the description to watch the long video on how to make this one. Look at this beautiful bookbinding card. Oh, it's so pretty. Look at that circle. Love this die. We punched out that flower and then cut it out of the frame. Look at that. Look how pretty. I tell you, I love the berry burst. This one, look at this. We punched this out, cut out these circles. There will be a link below this to show you how to make it. We used the card that we cut apart as the inside. You can write over this, no problem, because it's a watermark. Look at that. We also did a barn door card. Now, look at how cute this is. There will be a link below the video in the description. Look at this. We set this up on dimensionals just to give it some added height. You can tell that's the flap. You open it up. We used our watermark card that we cut apart. And look at the embossing on this. Can you see that? Look at how beautiful that is. Now, the way this stands up is this opens up and it stands up just like that. See, it goes in between. It is so pretty. Stands up just like that. And then when you're done, it closes. And there you have it. Now, finally, I want to show you this card. Oh my goodness, look at this. This really does match my blouse. We cut out squares, embossed them, punched out our flowers, and just added it to the front. We were all about making easy cards, and we thought we might just make stamp ink, right? Well, no, because we just love our fun folds. So here is group 2. What do you think about that? What is your favorite? Group 1 or group 2? Or is there a card that really spoke to your heart? Let us know which one you really love. Now, as a bonus, I said that I would show you how we store our paper pumpkin. Well, we print this insert and we fold it in half like this. Bring in our trimmer, and we cut off this edge. We then cut off this bottom. And we have these wonderful envelopes, clear plastic envelopes that we buy on Amazon that are, I believe, in our Amazon store. And we simply add the insert right here. And then anything we have left over, we put right on the inside. And the reason we do that is we want to see the front and we want to see the back. We store ours in a box like this. We have 16 paper pumpkins in this box right here. It really makes it easy for us to see. We keep them in order, and we just really love storing them this way. So what did you think about our alternatives and the 2 that we made? Oh my goodness, it was so much fun creating them. We just went crazy. Finally, Maudie and I said, okay, we have to stop at some point because we made so many cards and we have so many materials left over. Well, we hope that you were lucky enough to get this kit, and we want to just put a little plug in for the August kit, which of course is going to have an extra stamp set. So that's August 2024. And you need to pick it up by August 10th. I mean, it's going to be great. Well, Maudie and I want to wish you a fantastic day, and we will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.